Hey loves, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be spilling the tea. Good tea, not negative tea. So in today's video I'm going to be speaking about uncertainty and some of the anxiety surrounding that and how I cope with that, how I deal with that. Yeah, I've got my tea, I've got my notes. So yeah, I'm just going to get straight into the video. Uncertainty is so prevalent in my life right now. I don't know what is happening. Like, I'm moving house, so I'm selling my flat and I don't have like a completion date yet. Also, once I sell my flat, I do not know where I am going to be living, okay? So that's another layer of uncertainty. Like, where am I going to be? Like, I don't know. And then it comes to my job. My job is working on Brexit. Brexit is essentially the UK's withdrawal from the European Union. And we were meant to leave in March 2019. Then we were going to leave in April 2019. Then we were going to leave in October 2019. And then we didn't actually end up leaving until January 2020. So each time we were due to leave, I was at work, I was working on internal processes, I was updating documents, I was pulling things together, I was providing briefings for senior management, I was doing all of these things only to be told like, that we ain't leaving. So yeah, uncertainty is just everywhere in my life at the moment. There are some other things that I'm putting into motion. Could potentially be big changes happening in my life next year. And I don't know how they're gonna happen. I don't know how this whole thing is gonna work out. I don't know. So yeah, there is a lot of uncertainty in my life at the moment. So I do have certain ways of coping with this, and I do have certain strategies that I've put in place to help me manage this level of uncertainty. And that's what I'm going to talk about with you guys today. So one of the first ways that I deal with uncertainty is by journaling. So journaling was never really something that I'd got into or done before. And then with all of this uncertainty that's been happening in my life recently, I've been writing in it like pretty much daily. So I basically journal either how I'm feeling or something that God has spoken to me about in prayer, or something that has stuck out to me in the scriptures that I've read that morning. So I did actually like a tiny little bit of research for this video just to look at some of the benefits of journaling. So the University of Rochester Medical Center found that the benefits of journaling are that it helps to manage anxiety, it reduces stress, and it helps to cope with depression. And then also providing an opportunity for positive self-talk and identify negative thoughts and behaviors. And then it kind of gives some tips on how to journal. So some of you might be thinking, okay, cool, so journaling sounds good, but how do I actually journal? So try to write every day. So set aside a set period of time. So think about a time in your life that you can set aside at some point of the day to write in your journal. Make it easy. So keep a pen and paper nearby. That's what I do. So right by the side of my bed, I have my Bible and I have my journal and a pen. So in the mornings, when my alarm's going off at 5:45, I'm not getting mad looking for a pen or looking for something to write on. Everything is basically just there, which makes it a lot easier when it comes to journaling. In terms of what to write, just write whatever feels right. Like, this isn't academic, no one's testing you on it. Like, whatever you feel you want to say, just get it out there. Whatever you're feeling, this isn't for you to be judged. You don't even have to show anybody. This is like just what's going on internally with you. The next thing that I found helpful is focusing on the now and what is happening in this season. I think that sometimes when it comes to uncertainty, it's that whole thing of you don't know what's happening in the future, you don't know how certain things are gonna go. I found sometimes it's like focusing on now allows me to have joy for now and to not worry about like what is to come. A scripture that actually encourages me in this is in Matthew 6:25, when it says, when Jesus is saying, therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is life not more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. Do they not sow or reap or store away in barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them? Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? If you go down to verse 34, he says, therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So I feel like what adds more to uncertainty is us worrying about tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that, etc. You know, God is even providing for the birds of the air. Like, you don't see a bird, and when you think about it, you don't see a bird outside getting stressed. Like, in the morning, they're if anything, they're chirping, they're doing bird song. They're not like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to eat today? Like, they're literally just like, okay, let me just go about my day. And God provides for them. So another thing that I find that really helps me is, so having discipline and consistency in the areas that you do have control over. So essentially, uncertainty is basically about you not having control. None of us has control of our future, like in terms of exactly how it's going to look and exactly how things are going to pan out. But there are some things we can control. So this is what I try to focus on. So the things that I can't control, I have to leave it to God. But then what can I control, and how can I have consistency in those areas? So for example, for me, that could be my weight. So I like to work out, I like to go to the gym, I like to keep my weight off. So that's one of the things that I can have control over. Following that, I take vitamins every day. I try to drink water, I try to eat healthy, etc, etc. So these are things that are good for my body, and I know that in the long run will actually help me as well. I'm trying to be consistent with my Bible reading, with my prayer life, with going to church, with ministry, with my friendships, my relationships, with my work, etc. So there are things in your life that will enable you to exercise discipline and consistency. So have a think about the areas of your life that you actually do have control over, and try to enforce or put in discipline and consistency within those areas. And then that will kind of make you feel better about the unknowns, because you're like, you know what, at the end of the day, like, I can't control the unknowns. Like, there's just too many unknowns. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to look. But these are the things that I can plan for. Like, what can you do now? And then having control in those areas. I'd say another thing at times is sometimes taking a step back from social media. I do this from time to time. I may come off social media for a month, for 3 weeks, for a week, even for 24 hours, just to kind of just take a step back and just like be present in my life. I think sometimes when you're on social media, it's just like a massive avenue to compare your situation with somebody else's situation. And that in itself can make you feel uncertain. That in itself can make you feel anxiety about your future or about things that are going on in your life. And what you have to remember is social media is basically, it's just like a snapshot of what is happening in somebody's life. And it's usually a good snapshot. Nobody really posts their bad days. Like, everybody is trying to put their best foot forward and post their greatest picture. Or the greatest part of their day on Insta story. Like, nobody puts on their Insta story, I don't know, them having a meltdown. Well, people don't usually do that. So you just don't know. What I'm trying to say is you just don't know what is happening in the background, because it can seem like everybody knows what they're doing with their life, everybody knows where they're going, etc, etc. You don't. Now you feel more uncertain, now you feel more worried, now you feel more anxiety, etc. So sometimes I find like unplugging from social media is just a good way to just kind of just take a step back, focus on you, be present in you, and also to be grateful and a reminder of the things that you have been blessed with as well. Sometimes like uncertainty equals growth, and I'm finding that now. So even in this situation that I'm in right now, where I do feel like there's a lot of ambiguity and I don't know what's happening, and I'm trying to make plans, but it's like I can't, because I don't know where I'm going to live and I don't know where I'm going to be, It's like I can't make rash decisions in that process. I just have to wait it out and just see how it figures out. Does it feel comfortable? No. Do I want to stay in this position? No. But at the same time, I don't want to make any rash decisions based on how I feel in a particular moment. So I would just say, like, if you are in an uncertain situation or you are facing uncertainty and you're now thinking, oh, I've just got to do everything I can to get out of this because I hate feeling like this. Like, so just think about your motives behind it. Don't be afraid of being in an uncomfortable and uncertain situation. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Those are the things that I do use on like a daily basis, or the things that I think about or meditate on to help get me through this time. So yeah guys, I really hope you found that helpful. If you have any more suggestions of ways that you deal with uncertainty, then please feel free to drop it in a comment below. Please feel free to DM me. Yeah, reach out to me. If you have any prayer requests, again, please feel free to reach out to me. And as always guys, if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.